refresh as well. And we saw that in terms of aim, they could go toe-to-toe. So let's let the actual game tell us the story of what's going to happen. Grim's not a question anymore. First series in Europe, pulled off 90 ADR in that first map. But everyone else, I don't know.
Flashes and smokes into the A site. Refresh, waiting in the sandwich. Grim, a 2K headshot already. And NaV's going to add one. Grim, he's been stellar in these pistol rounds, both on Overpass and now on Mirage. Roy, inside of the smoke alongside him, looking to make a friend. But Grim instead is dead. And there's a leash to jump right onto it. Hooksy's going to answer in the 1 versus 4. But what more can he really be expected to do here? 40 HP and a frag thrown out, but as he uses utility, he gets taken.
Last time around on Overpass in the second round. It'll be the 5 Galil buy to make sure that doesn't happen, but there's no guarantees. A lot of teams on T side are taking the cat split up towards B, and Mad Lions, they'll know about it. It looks like A-Core is just as sharp as he was last map. An early scout shot up to the top of mid as Liquid just try to establish the map control.
Even that with already a bit of a cost here. Liege down to 30 HP. Hooksy deep in apartments. Obviously on high alert because of it. Twist just sits on the other side. A follow-up smoke grenade to really continue burning down that clock. And because of Liquid's positioning, for all they know, that smoke could be buying time for the A push. Which it is. 2 CTs already going up into the palace.
They can smell it already. See, teams are a lot of the time trying to get to ladder room control, the smoke top connector. I don't think it's going to scare Mad Lions. See, the rotation's already coming in for the CTs. They're getting in position, and Hooksy's got this forward line. Ooh. He'll get traded by Twist. A-Core finds a scout shot and make that 2. That's amazing. He's going to look for another kill. They start to drop in and swarm the site, but I don't know if he'll be able to find it. Another great shot from A-Core.
How have they managed to keep him alive? Still 2 up for Liquid, and make that just 1. It is on Stewie and Stewie alone, but he gets toppled by Shush, the Desert Eagle of Mad Lions, sitting.
I'm almost like not surprised that we saw that eco coming. They would take risks with less information in the past, and everybody's going for these cat split anti-ecos. So the punishment is there for Mad Lions and Liquid. They'll be a lot less confident now, forcing up the scout on Stewie. Deegs for the rest.
When I saw that second smoke go down in apartments and then the push come into Palace, I was just thinking to myself, like, here we go again.
Yeah, right.
Mad Lions. Very proactive. And not to Team Liquid's avail. A-Core falling into the smoke here, softening up 2 members at the base of mid. Worried about a potential Palace push. He falls back. And Team Liquid, I mean, they have all the footing in middle that they could ever ask for. They themselves go for the retreat. Closer towards T-spawn, they'll recover.
Yeah, well, it's always nice to establish at the very least. Not dying in the 5v5 as we go past the minute mark. They'll start now to pick a site. They've left one here at Chair, and they'll move forward into trying to get up, but they are bruised. Half into red HP, Grim and a Liege down to half. Rotations here for the CTs as 3 get comfortable within smokes in the perimeter of the site.
A-Core going to take a bit more damage. He's now going to remain tucked. Grim, no luck, as Roy from beneath Palace adds another kill to the feed, but NaV will hit him through the floorboards. 25 seconds. And still the 3v3, but Shush, he had done a good enough job of just staying quiet that they unsuspectingly walk right into him. He
Glocks only here for Team Liquid. I wonder if Liquid need to move more into. It's not really their brand of Counter-Strike, and I have always advocated for a team that's very high in individual talent to be a bit looser. But you know, things like that aren't working. I feel like maybe they're missing a layer to the game plan, which is faster into executes, less map control based if they're not as comfortable in their defaults, because it feels like that's where they're losing a lot of the rounds. But equally, I'm also surprised at the fact that they would lose a default so often with such stacked talent across the board.
They're just getting ripped apart here in middle. 1 after 1, they fall. Not a single kill versus Mad Lions here. Off to an excellent start in the CT secret.
But still, there are a lot of options to partake in when it comes to Mirage. Plenty of stuff here to try to do early on in the half. fail a boost in the window. He's going to try to get it again, but instead just leave him there in the window on the right side. Refresh, he's got a full kit, so he can get out if they molly him if they need to. And if not, he's got a good spot to watch the front of connector if they come through on an underpass default. Not going to be the case at the moment, and he'll flash himself out of dodge. Dodge?
Doge?
Out of dodge coin.
It's like Refresh just had his Uber canceled. He was stuck on the curb outside, but he does manage to get back across into the deeper angle. We got Roy here inside of connector, pressured by the Molotov. This is going to actually extend him into a fight, and Alige, not ready for it, able to still get his kill. A man advantage for Team Liquid with guns. On the T side.
On the T side, window room control. Could be everything. Let's see how... I want to know how Twist plays this, right? Because he doesn't necessarily want to extend. They've got enough with the kill. Oh, he's actually not in the window. Excuse me. I was mistaken by the minimap. Just sitting underneath it. All right, well, looks like the full press, B exec, and Hooksy. He's just hoping they don't come towards him. Only a Galil to work with. Let's see if he can get some trades out. He'll stay. And they finally kill him. There's no other CTs here, so not a bad situation for Team Liquid. Are Mad Lions even going to attempt a retake? It looks like not.
No, sir. Immediate save. So, getting Team Liquid's first hook in this round, leaving Twists at the bottom of middle. We saw Hooksy throw that grenade from Catwalk, try and delay a little bit of a split. Falls into the site, lays down the smoke, gets his first kill. I mean, it was very much all on him. You identified it. No rotate was near for Mad Lions because Team Liquid did not show their hand at all towards B. I liked it. They get into middle. They immediately evaporate back towards that B site, and, well, Mad Lions just cut their losses. Yeah, you forfeited a second round, but you're only 5 deep, and you remain alive with 3.
Yeah, I like for Liquid focusing down on middle, see if they could take the duels there. That's a big one, as we see in the minimap, to win against the player in connector. He's getting all your info early, especially with Refresh leaving, just probably defaulting mid again to see if that works out well, see if you can really scare Mad Lions in some of these rounds, and if not, then think about other options. It looks like they're going to do that. Some adjustment here, though, for Mad Lions, pushing up against the cat smoke to see if there's going to be any early cross. And Roy, he is not being shy about this position at all. Will he actually flank top boxes here?
Ooh. Sets up with the first kill. Can't nab a second. Alige, lucky to be alive. As Refresh has an eye on him through the scope of the sniper. Stewie caught in the open by Refresh. Now Acor, that second op, also hitting his shot, as he always does. Naf down to 12, so a dozen HP between the two. Team Liquid gonna have to rely on Grim to try and get them back in this if they even want to fight all the way. Refresh just hunting here, and that could be an opening. He offers a kill to Grim at no cost, and Grim, he sees the player towards the staircase, so now at 3/4 HP, he is back into the 2 versus 2. Bomb down at the top of mid, 45 seconds. He doesn't look away from window. Grim, just like at the end of Overpass, Mohan, almost enough to get his team back into it on his own, does exactly that right here to potentially give Liquid a third. But there's still a problem. Acor is alive, and when Acor is alive, the round is not over. The op, a very valuable save. He makes the jump because we know how damn good this movement can truly be. And he scopes back on bench, eliminating Grim immediately. Acor gonna go back the other direction. This is a big brain play. And Naf so fully focused over on the catwalk that Acor basically splitting like osmosis.
Oh my god, he's actually going to
get the back turned. Oh, that turned.
Okay, of course, attack the problem where it begins and not letting Liquid establish. But they dig their way out of that one. Let's see if Liquid try it again.
Ooh, Stewie.
Wow, they just swing on it. Absolutely, like just right away. They're out. There's no op to try to stop them. Acor is relegated to the scout. If you want to call it that, he's very good with this gun. And okay. I guess that angle doesn't work as well as Grim anticipated. The shot in the feet and with absolutely no chance to react.
Hooksy starts the round with the CZ, but now hands on an M4. Alige gonna swing into the B site as quickly as they did top mid. Great call.
Yeah.
Completely open for the taking. A late lurk from NaV. He almost catches one inside of jungle, but now this is given a chance to Mad Lions as they have a man advantage. But low HP on 2 of the 4 already. And Acor's scout, you touched on it. It can be absolutely deadly. He's got twists right in front of him on this doorway. And if that player deep on Van backs up, he could be a dead man. Acor gonna find damage onto Alige. Twists, peeks. Oh, 3 headshots from Twist. But here comes Roy. He got 2 kills already. And where's the 3rd, he asks? Back, behind Arch, behind Smoke, with time ticking 1/3 of the way left already. Roy, he's just trying to figure out the answers, but Alige has already got him dead to rights. And Team Liquid take a lead.
Wow, actually a very uncomfortable snap. Could drop a spray and get turned on 180 from the jungle to lose a duel, but that's just how good Mad Lions are. They're able to really keep up in terms of mechanics as well as strategy, as we saw on Overpass. Oh, they finally earned themselves a moment of respite here. Mad Lions will be on full USPs. A couple of very small upgrades, but no utility to back it up as well. So, hey, it should be a free round, but you never know. Any bit of damage, even a couple of kills, could mean a lot here for Mad Lions. So, Liquid will be on full alert.
Notice how Grim is no longer playing in that corner.
he will never play that spot for the rest of his career.
Like, oh.
No one's ever punished me there. He's never going to sit there anymore.
He's like pulled towards it. Oh, wait, no.
No.
Backs up again. Lesson learned. Welcome to Europe.
I'm actually shocked at how fast he died, because he really, from the other perspective, on the A ramp, you can't see that much. He had to hit like so many bullets, and it's the minimum amount of damage into the feet as well, right? So it's just actually a great spray. All right, well, it looks like Liquid gambled correctly. They read this. This just comes down to an IGL read. You know, where are Mad Lions stacking? It's over on the B side. They commit to A. We've seen Liquid run up cat for a split a few times so far. This time's not going to be the case. And now Mad Lions will try to retake. But this is actually a huge round to keep so many players alive here for Team Liquid.
Look at this death ball for Mad Lions. Like a school field trip. They go running through their own spawn. 3 kills from NaV, all headshots, of course. So, in the end, there is a little bit of damage. But Grim puts a quick end to Acor. Looking to deny that AK-47 save for Mad Lions. And also making sure nobody else dies here. They're looking to play the trades into the 5-7. But the 5-7 is good enough from Shush for 1.
Core. Second one get dropped, no.
Key piece for Mad Lions' success. I mean, it was all over the place in Overpass. Can only assume it is needed on Mirage. Smoke grenades to the top of middle very quickly. Not that there are any eyes from Mad Lions to watch that, in fact. They go 3A, 2B early.
I like the idea here. Team Liquid, they don't go mid, but there's no CT presence at all. So no early information here gained for Mad Lions. And they're close to the A ramp, which makes sense if they think it's going to be an A exec. But this feels like 2 players in B versus the full exec. I think Liquid strategically have picked like a pretty prime spot to take, especially with no one on mid. However, they start to cancel up a little bit after seeing some nades go their way, and the setup hasn't changed for Mad Lions, so kind of feeding into this. But the bomb goes back towards mid, so it might be higher pressure towards connector than A ramp.
Could throw a player into the windowsill, easy.
Feels like they're playing a bit of a guessing game now.
Yeah. Tough nut to crack. 40 seconds on the clock. Acor's op. Hungry for someone to peek mid, and the moment that happens, death to Team Liquid. Gonna follow it up with a good grenade. 2 players get chipped off of that one. He just hit twists through the legs of his teammate. Oh, that is an absolute robbery. NaV now 68 HP, and Acor, if you challenge him, you better flash him, you better jiggle peek, because if that op is not...
Mad Lions are smarter than this. Oh, they probably took mid control. Is that why? because that's not really a good sign. You should be trying to play off the information you have, but not exactly sure what the idea was.
And the analyst desk talked about, maybe trying to overwhelm Acor with more. The first flash wasn't quite too on mark for Stewie. You saw his frustrations when he died. This round, it's ramp early. 2 members of Liquid dead. NAF just going to sneak out from the underpass. And there is a player on catwalk that he could possibly find and refresh. In the meantime, Twist and Stewie 2K will reallocate themselves to the palace. Couple of kings looking to get into this A site. Nafly almost gets the kill. Refresh hangs on for now. What is the likelihood of this palace pop actually succeeding? Well, they've got Acor back on ticket, more concerned about Connector, but even when they dink him to 6 HP, Stewie 2K has to trade, falls down into his death as Shush resides underneath the palace floorboards, and Naf, who was seen here early on, still unable to find any real openings from mid. Damn, Acor.
Yeah, he's so nasty. I mean, he barely has to micro-adjust when he flicks. Like, he's so clean with it. It kind of looks like the way that Grim aims, like his kind of just wide swings across with his armor. I don't even know what his sensitivity is, actually. I'd like to take a look at that, but he's always just kind of in full control, fully composed. Going to be opping T side. Here's an adjustment. Don't know how they're going to use this. There have been some late connector peaks. Maybe that's something he wants to try to punish. Maybe it'll just help to look for trades. It's going to take him down a notch in terms of mobility, but it might open up other potentials. And here, we've got the Astralis smoke top mid. They're going Mad Lions pushing up aggressively to try to shut them down on the cross. And they are covering a lot of options here. Scary when you know the CTs are out mid and you haven't challenged it. Underpass gets shut down. Fast rotations are opened up for the CTs. And this is what actually scared Team Liquid on that previous round when Mad Lions hadn't even gone towards mid. So how does it... What happens now that they know Mad Lions are at mid?
Refresh posted. Is anybody going to make this uncomfortable, or is he just going to get the easy headshot? Right on the cusp of it. He's kind of caught in the retreat. Shush good for 1, but it's that top mid push that also comes in with a little bit of success. Hooksy looking to get into the gunfight will take the head of Twist. Snap in the meantime, finally able to best Acor. And Refresh recalled into a immediate trade. Nicely done from him. Just constantly peppering both in mid and then on that A site. Leaves Stewie 2K to try and clutch. 1 versus 2. Wasting no time. Not the first time Stewie's caught with a knife out. Refresh in all the... So, the second 3-round spree from Mad Lions in this half. Gives them back a 1-round edge. Couple of utilities here for Liquid to try and swarm this B site. We saw them grouped up here on the gun round and they decided to leave, so now they're going to look to get in with just their pistols. Frag grenade does substantial damage, and Hooksy and Roy, well, easy pickings for the first 2. Stu will find a Glock shot, and Naf with the Deagle gets a kill of his own, but Acor's sidearms not enough. Grim, the 3rd player to succeed with just a pistol, and if they can rob this round back, then it could be a huge opening, but Naf already revealing himself, 77 health, double peek from the CTs, gets them the retake they need, a 7th for Mad Lions.
Yeah, the clean one. It's been pretty flawless for them on CT sides. Just very confident, not really faltering. It's Liquid who have been eco twice. And with a couple of nice entries, they get the bomb plan at very least, but that's about it. Looks like they're in full control, doing a lot with utility damage. Score is 7-5. Doesn't mean that Liquid will lose. It's just more so how good Mad Lions have been in the later portion of this half.
Yeah, their CT sides have been stellar. Happy to take their fights here in mid. Acor had a gap to work with on the op. No one's been able to cross. Team Liquid flashing Stewie into position. And now 2 players behind those boxes. Acor plays more safe, hanging out inside of the ladder room and giving Grim a chance to walk underpass. But Acor goes hunting, and he takes a 1/3 of his health down for it. It's nothing new from Liquid. This mid control, a little bit of sizing up versus one another. Potential for the connector player to go big, or even Acor to deliver, but HooXi's still here on the other side of the Molotov. Alige, an easy target. Refresh, well, he's gotten his eyes into the apartments, and now that flashbang meant to test him, but he takes one first and foremost, falls into the site. A flick up gives him an assist as Acor's op starts to sing from the catwalk. Acor nails them all.
Damn, dude. It just makes me wonder how Mad Lions lose any games, but then we'll see them versus another team, and they'll be tested, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. But I mean, Elite, like, they have absolutely no chance in this round. Alige is dead to the AUG, or he's dead to the op. Sitting in CPL, like, Liquid kind of go through the motions of trying to take over cat control, but there's no flash to support him in turning that corner, and then there's still no contingency plan if there is someone in CPL as well. So I feel like there was just not a lot of hope there. And then they continue on with the B exec with those two players still alive and a third man back in the site.
5 rounds for Mad Lions in a row, hence why they're on fire. Only one bomb plant in those 5 for Liquid. Struggling on this T side, fizzling out in the final 2 rounds. Let's see it now. They're going to commit to this A hit. Acor through the smoke, goes for the peak and shuts down Twist. Now Shush eats a flashbang and he will die out to Grim, who, if anybody for Liquid has kind of gotten them back into these mid-round moments, it has been Mike. He retreats. The CT's heavily from the CT spawn. HooXi continues on from Cat. 2 ops in this retake equation. Acor looking for a target, and you can see Liquid convinced not to peek, but then they start to spam a couple shots through the smoke, and Refresh gets one, but Alige clamping down with a double. Refresh in with another with that op, and HooXi eventually comes in. A stick from Refresh inside the smoke. He can't get him off it. Oh, but he does in the end. Grim swapping to the Glock. There's no time. He's won this all the way down to...
Like a lot of the matches, he's never been the issue.
Let's see it. Back to the A site, and they're going real quick. Immediately into the hit. Acor landing the shot on Stewie, softening him up nice and easy. Roy's just going to buy a little bit of time. His teammates both delivering. And, well, now there's a bit of an answer back. But Acor stays calm, and he peeks to the left. It costs him. Refresh, headshot into Nap, deep grenade, almost enough to drop Alige off of the bomb plant. Now HooXi able to get his hooks in, and Alige can't trade it. The FAMAS of HooXi. Look at the health that's left over here for Mad Lions. 1/2 left, perhaps, for Mad Lions to...
They'll know what to do. I think it was really questionable, the T side, some of the calls that were being made, and it just made it seem like it was so easy for Mad Lions at a certain point. So they got better and better holding that default. But again, on CT side, this is the real scary. This is when Liquid get real scary, just because they can all really smoke these rounds. Okay, defensive smoke here from Twist as they try to push through, and this play gets shut down. A nice smoke here from Twist, but they'll switch it up and change it to go now for the CT play. Okay, Alige, talk to him.
No need. Already dead. Grim and Twist coming in from CT. Easy executions. Why was there 10 players in jungle?
They're just trying to, everyone's doing this instead of going for the CT play. So, okay, let me break it down real quick. Basically, what everyone was doing is planting the bomb back default, back triple, pushing CT, waiting for a flash from the guy who's still at A ramp, flashing into CT spawn, and then waiting there. And the CTs would sit back and wait and see if a flash would come out. And then they'd come and try to fight them in CT spawn. And then that would be the round. Everyone was doing that pistol round. Now people started doing, like OG, we're seeing Mad Lions do it here, a lot more teams. They're going for the jungle push because it's a little bit more comfortable. If you get window room control, you don't have to worry about rotates at all because they have to come through the murder hole. So you get your kills there. But then we have the defensive smoke from Twist, which is really smart to stop that specific play. And they just change back to the CT control because they don't have any other choice.
Okay, now explain why Alige gets 2 headshots through the smoke.
You can't explain that. It's like magnets.
Let's see what Mad Lions can do here on the B pop. 4 players committing, 1 still back to watch. Underpass, Stewie blinded. The solar flare coming in here actually affects both those kills. Alige, he's gonna go for the peak. He takes a dink in return, and with all of the investment on the line here, Team Liquid, that was a scary moment. And well, the fright's not over just yet. The fight's not over just yet, but NAF will get it there in the end. 1 round the difference here. Team Liquid converting off the pistol, keeping 2 FAMAS and an M4 rolling forward.
Of course, it really felt like the game was over, but it's a brand new game here in the second half. It'll be about Mad Lions to show us what they can do on T side, if they'll look as cool as they did on CT, because they brought so many good ideas there. I mean, the double cat setup, I really feel like ladder room it's used a lot, but still underused with how valuable it is to watch window, be able to watch the back of connector, to be able to hold on cat for B, for post-plant situations, for A. It's just such a strong spot to be in. We're seeing Stewie get in there nice and early, but I just feel like Mad Lions used it so well in that first half.
A lot of mid-control from Team Liquid's T side. Right out the gates, Mad Lions try it themselves.
Just
NAF
through the smoke.
popped.
That's not a fight he wanted to take.
Acor's walking wounded. Smoke grenades over the top to the A site.
This is actually a strong setup from Liquid. See, they've got the exact same kind of defense here with someone around the cap bricks and somebody inside of ladder room. Now you just have to frag.
But Bricks doesn't peek, and that's going to now put the pressure on Stewie. He does damage. Oh, they line up. 3 kills for Grim. And Alish finding one elsewhere in the meantime. Refresh sprints towards the B apartments, and Grim lost.
They get melted down 9-9. Pistols here from Mad Lions. Liquid maybe could take a lead.
Hooksy, apparently not afraid of much. Nap and Alish going to cool off the round as quick as they can. So Mad Lions just playing with a bit of a Hail Mary, understandably. Lackluster guns. See if Mad Lions can recover a bit of damage, but Alish, I don't think he's playing around. Deletes refresh. Who dies next?
You know, talking about Alish's interview, he had reference for Mad Lions. He said it won't be easy. He said we can't just easy peasy smash through this. Like, I think fans' expectations for Liquids are higher than Liquids, which is sad for them because, of course, they're going to get like so much hate from people. But of course, they recognize like they're coming off a bad practice. They have reverence for Mad Lions, who are a good team, and this won't be an easy match. But you know, we're talking about the second half, and they're looking a little bit better, which is nice. Really. Maybe second, actually. Acor will be opping here on T side. How does he open up rounds?
Gonna try to go back to the mid play. Remember, they did have a 5v4 as Naf died in the opening of the last gun round. He is here in the same position. Stewie no longer on the top of the ladder, but just kind of cheating back down cat. Utility exchanged, but no kills.
So what's the Liquid remedy to mid-control is the question. Giving it up completely. I don't know. Can we just check that window room grate to see if it's blown open or not? Because that is something. They can leave A and not have to worry about mid so much if they leave that, but we'll see.
Both vents open.
It is stormy here at mid. Tons of smokes have been laid down. Not that one, DJ.
The other one's also open.
Okay.
Don't worry, DJ. I got it.
Ladder room's taken over. There's 2 people here. Okay, but the rotates are a little bit worse. This could be a very powerful lurk. Let's see how Stewie can hold. He'll get one.
Just the one. Now it's up to Grim. Roy, double headshot. And now he's just going to commit to beside the window. Alish going to go for the challenge. Of course, Acor gives cover. This is what Acor does. Supports the players in front. And Hooksy, late lurk. He's going to be able to find one for free in the CT spawn, even doubling down into twists. Mad Lions given so much respect
on, especially holding the angle, having the advantage on the first bullet, but he does get out-aimed.
Fast one, and it's only twist on the A side early. They're going to go through that Molotov. Twist, almost caught. But here comes Alish, only good for a single kill. Twists back in with the double. I love that he re-aggresses this. He knew how much he had given away because of their momentum. And now we'll see if the 2v4 can come in. It's that smooth Rolls Royce to try and bring it back. But the CTs, in fact, still hang on to their spawn, and Grim on the opposite side of this. Refresh. inching forward, as is Grim. Bomb now in position. Roy's going to be meant to give cover towards CT. We'll see who peeks and who lands the shots. Grim able to get into position, but this is being watched. You'd think, not even. A bit of a lunch spree. That was the only saving grace of their T side, was the success off the back of that Grim play.
I feel like the next time there's like mid to B threats, it should be Liquid to like rotate one a little bit over towards B. Oh my god.
Shot.
Well, he drops a shot, but the flash comes out to make sure he can live. So that's still advantage Liquid a little bit. He sees something really important. They're really hoping to follow up on that entry. Instant cancel out of B. Close A-ram setup. This is what you want versus the A hit that's coming through. Doesn't mean that it'll work. But it's not a bad position.
Stewie's still flirting back around spawn. Twists off of the utility, drops the Molotov. 50-second mark. He throws a smoke into it. Will this convince them to fall off? No, they're going to keep going. And more utility now trickling into the ramp, and more CTs trying to get into position. Oh, they go off the flash. So many players that Roy accidentally kills Refresh while he's blind. Stewie on top of Ticket sees them starting to flood forward. Alige in a playmaker position will get himself a kill alongside Grim. Both of these players with doubles.
They won't be able to get on the site and plant without killing everybody. So that's all they need to do. Even him dying there, it's like whatever. They've got so many players in the back to help them out. Okay, fast exec up the A-ramp, follow up that one.
Yeah, just pistols though. Alige gonna have a heyday. At least with the first two, finds himself a third on the round, and it's just shush. Soon to be silent as he tries to fight back with the Deagle. A flawless round from Team Liquid, barely even tested.
Okay, just as an idea, in case this happens again, I think one thing that maybe Mad Lions, if they want to go back to, which was that cat split, I think the one rotation I would be curious about for Team Liquid is instead of having 3 stacked towards A as a player falls out a window, if they had a player go towards Market to watch the back of window, and they keep 2 players in B and have 3 there for the hold, they could potentially still retake A. They could still be fine versus Connector, and that's something that they might try. However, it's early aggression here from the CT side all the way up mid, and they'll catch a first player. A very important first player.
Refresh, he's not going to respect that smoke, tries to barrel straight through it, and Grim gets deleted. With the Molotov in hand, Refresh nearly lets Stewie slip in, twists, trying to can't get any kill. Alige now also trying to just barrel out from these positions, just fighting tooth and nail, not wanting Mad Lions to take over the B site. Roy barely alive here.
Oh, damn, very careful peeks.
Slowly getting into position. The round is slowed down, and Naf gets the headshot into Roy. But there's a player up close. Uncomfortable spot for the op. Alige continues on.
Damn, this is incredibly well handled from both sides. T's being very careful not to peek, but Naf calling out that position that Alige puts him in. They're working together. However, a bit more patience means that... Wait, hold on. Naf makes a big rotation here, and he does it quickly. So there's a chance he could actually punish this plant, and he does.
Now, can he get that last kill? It's Acor versus Naf. Op versus Op. But Acor, he is so cool in these positions. Naf does have a smoke grenade and the defuse kit. He's going to swap over to the AK. And Acor just sitting back, just baiting this out. Not wanting to move a muscle until the defuse starts to come through. The knife, the AK, he scares Naf off of it and then sprays him through the edge of the smoke. Acor giving it to them as Mad Lions find 11.
Oh my god, could Naf have stuck that bomb? I think what happened was Acor dropped his gun in the air so he could land on an AK. Or he picked it up as he went up. He immediately gets rid of it, picks the AK up so that he could spray and guarantee it, and Naf thinks he's got a free kill on his hands. That's crazy.
I think you could take those 2 words, that's crazy, and apply it to the entire round. So many players jumping out of Marketplace. Mad Lions getting onto the site and then falling silent entirely. Acor, he was staring at the wall.
That was a pretty sick 2v2 though. That
Just waiting.
whole situation. That was very, very fun to watch. Whiffed. That was really cool. See if we get more of that. Grim's getting shut down in B a little bit. It's not an easy man to shut down. He's 20 and 16. He's definitely playing well. But he got outgunned by Refresh, who mechanically is an absolute beast, so I'm not surprised. But it is quite a game. Liquid came out with the man advantage. It just didn't mean a lot.
He is stranded down here, flashed eternally. And he's able to find Roy through the side of the smoke, but the counter opera's right there for him. Acor gets it. Now he's even able to double down. A third attempt perhaps off catwalk. We've got Stewie in position, and yep, it's a headshot, a blindside, but there's no retreat with the Molotov at his feet. Hooksy with the flash sees him drop, and that's an easy kill, an easy pickup, and a difficult pill to swallow for Grim.
Yeah.
He has to walk away from this, and Mad Lions find their 12th.
They provide so much pressure everywhere at the same time. So here's, I'm talking about the deeper game plan here for Mad Lions. Like, it's a default, but it's also a fast lurk out A. It's not quiet for any second in that round, which makes the rotations very uncomfortable. And here, just looking at that again, Acor with a quick second kill. That's just beautiful. So we're getting a highlight here on fast reactions, as well as...
Sorry.
Yeah.
This round's still live. No bomb planted, right?
Yeah. I guess they haven't even... Yeah,
but now they heard Grim. That was
They were in a pretty powerful spot. It looked like Grim was thinking about, like, how do I save at that point? I mean, maybe 5-head production realized that there would just be no action whatsoever. I'm assuming that's the case. I was just running with it.
Yep.
I think it's the correct read.
Yeah.
But now that they haven't actually planted the bomb, I mean, does Grim want to walk towards it? I don't know. Bomb's going to be planted out in the open for the market.
I mean, they heard him in T-spawn, so they played for the B rotate through A. Refresh was the guy who came through market and cleared it all, and it's really just whether Grim even wants to take the chance. We start our replay package early because it was obviously a walk away. But once they gave him the second chance to think about it, you know that thought ran through his mind, but he knows better.
Time for more Acor highlights.
Yeah, he'll concede this one. A 12th for Mad Lions, and he's just turned his back to window, which costs him in the end.
But yeah, just want to highlight that again. Mad Lions, it's just mentally, economically.
Likely 13 all. Acor looking to take this second map for his team. Vying for the MVP of the series. Grim's going to commit to the corner here. Mad Lions, you know they're in no rush.
One thing I think is that when we get to this next rifle round, the fact that they destroyed Grim on a couple of these situations is probably not going to happen again eventually. They'll have a big situation. Okay, there's another situation where it happens. He gets a dink off on Hooksy, but it's just the CZ. And Acor looking to punish, but he's got the Secret Service right behind him and Roy to make sure he doesn't die.
Man, this Roy-Acor kind of duo, so synergized.
They're buddies.
Always side by side. I mean, it's been a hell of a journey for the players on Mad Lions. They came up together. Roy seemingly out of nowhere. You know, this isn't the tale of the 17-year-old prodigy. He's got experience in Liquid. That was their 4th used. They get Liquid back with their buy. No op on that side, but of course, always one in the hands of Acor. Elige cheats through smoke. Oh, Naf, he's gonna lock down that cat push, but this could open a route straight out from apartments. Can Stewie 2K deliver? They're scrambling back from the catwalk. Efficient trade kills coming in. They line up for Naf. That's good damage. Stewie looking for impact, but it's his teammates all around him that get the job done. Acor, how much can he answer? Just the one. Stewie finds a kill in the end, and Liquid take their 14th. 2 away from a win on Mirage.
They're close. I don't know what Moses is thinking here or what they're going to call for the future. I don't think they necessarily need to fight mid that way, but I think the heavier B lanes are where it's at for them. They should be confident in trying to retake A, number 1. They've been doing great with just Twist over in Ticket and one other player, either a Legion connector or whatever, to hold down the site or get most of the denials of the entries. So if they focus on holding B and helping Grim out a little bit more, they're probably in a much more powerful spot. Again, like Twist and even their close A ramp setups have been very good.
Ooh, Hooksy. He's going to walk away the loser of that engagement. Half his health is gone. Absolutely zero mid presence from Mad Lions. Stewie sees it for what it is. Shush takes the front runner spot of the A ramp control. This is a very spread offense from Mad Lions.
They're leaving Grim alone again, and it's going to be a fake A.
Dangerous game. We just saw that previous round, the heavy B lean. Yes, it was because they wanted an alternative mid fight, but they are getting further and further away from B, even though Twist is deep in Palace. Naf, he better run back. Grim's got a smoke to try and chill out any kind of a B execution, but Mad Lions, they are coming in slowly.
They should be cheating here because, like, Twist has Palace control. I mean, they're playing it really, really standard.
Smoking off mid. Stewie, not quite sure what's going on with Cat. And in fact, it's one player in that direction. 3 from the apartments itself. You've got Nafly back on bench and Grim just beneath the van. Roy falling out of the window. Grim, this is his round to deliver. And he has 3 players pushing at him. Gets them both. Headshots are crisp. And the damage to follow suit. This should be 15 for Liquid. Roy left on the top of mid with nothing to offer. Mad Lions absolutely testing Liquid. It took a while to get the T side going. They had 3 rounds in a row from the 24th to the 26th.
Oh man, this is... Oh wow. They're desperate. They've got just the one AK in this round. And 1 other rifle, apart from that, SMGs and pistols.
No, there was definitely a period of that last round where B looked compromised. And they're going to try and hit this one quickly. Frags thrown out. Grim right back behind the cover. Deals with the player soaring inwards. Stewie so blind, but still survives. And he almost manages to flick that crosshair down. A man advantage for Mad Lions. This game's not done yet. Naf already rotating to the market. Eats the flashbang. But nobody pushes past this line of sight. He gives it up, and then they cross to bench. That is some nasty timing. But he does get the peek onto the window, and even though he gets the headshot against him, he's still able to hold on here. Player in close proximity. Twist cannot let his guard down, because that op could be so quickly overwhelmed if the T pushes through.
Oh, no way.
Acor with a dirty deagle. Roy slips into the marketplace, and Mad Lions take us the distance on Mirage. Round 30 up next, and not everyone from Liquid can genuinely afford a buy.
Yeah, true. Holy smokes. Do you see that? Acor actually ate the molly damage, even though Nafly tried to push him out of that specific position. He stood there to just have one opportunity to hit the 1 deke, and then he grabs it. That was actually beautifully played by Acor. And again, the B hit works out. They come in early. They had low guns. That was a free round for Liquid. They drop it. And as you mentioned, a huge concession here for Elige Hezi is just on the deagle.
Haven't seen this. Little underpass presence. And Grim's gonna get aggressive. He sat on this site. Oh, but he doesn't fully clear it. A critical error, but maybe Naf can recover the situation. He sees so many players, bomb included. Nafly hits 3! And suddenly, it's all on Hooksy and Roy. Yes, Mad Lions took us the distance, but can they take it further? Because it seems to fizzle out here. Hooksy, 100 health, and 3 players ahead.
The ultimate flank by Nafly, and in what is probably going to be the end of the match, this will be and need to be a heroic 1v3 for Hooksy, but he can't find it. It's done. Near the 30th. Liquid, pick it up.